Another day, another set of pens to check out. Today I'm going to be looking at Pentel Sign Pens. Now these pens, according to what I read on the interwebs, are fine point, fiber tipped, water based, made of 80% recycled plastic for all you hippies out there. And they have a a flexible nib. So they're not like a huge brush pen like a Tombow, but they do have a somewhat responsive, flexible tip that I have actually found to be a lot of fun for practicing brush lettering. Now, I've been testing these out for about a week and a half, and even though they are smaller nibbed, which is generally something I can't hang with because I tip size matters to me. Smaller nib on these has worked pretty well in terms of my practicing. I have found that I have to be really careful when trying to pull up, and like my differentiation is not always the most consistent when I go between upstrokes and downstrokes because of how heavy-handed I am. But it's not as bad as other smaller nibbed pens that I have run into contact with. So that's awesome. The colors are gorgeous. I love those. And these are really comfortable in my hand. Like even with the iron fist, they don't hurt. The barrel is kind of rigid, not rigid, but like ridge, kind of like it's not round. It's got kind of some edges to it, but they're softer. So I don't know, like not as hardcore as say a Stabilo pen is or a Statler in terms of like the ridges, but there's enough to give it some kind of a grip. I can compare to a Tombow, which are my generally main. This is the upstroke and the downstroke on a Tombow, and this is the upstroke and a downstroke on one of these. So like comparing the nib size is pretty, throwing things. Compare the nib size here and you can see there's a big difference there. But I am enjoying them thus far. I've devoted myself to using these guys in the month of April for my Llamas Love Lettering Every Damn Day challenge. Why? Because I need practice with brush pens, but Tombow pens are just too big for the size inserts I use. Thus far, I like them as a practice pen. They're actually pretty inexpensive compared to other brush pens. They cost $12.99 on Amazon for the pack of 12. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 12 pens, and you get this assortment of colors, or you can order them by the box of a single color. So I'm going to go through and I'm going to speed this up and write out the color names. I don't know if these are the actual color names or if they're just the names that the interwebs have provided, but it's going to be good enough for me. This is cardstock paper. I'm going to write them out so you can kind of see how they work and also see all the different colors. So I'll catch you on the flip side. So as you can see, this is the color palette, and you can also see that I am wildly inconsistent with my brush lettering, which using these pens for practice is probably a good thing. I will say though, to wrap this video up, that my favorite style of lettering with these, and I'm discovering also for doodling, is not the brush lettering. It's the fact that because you have this tip, your lines are not consistent, and when it comes to like sketchy doodly type shit, it actually looks really rad. So like for example, I'm gonna write my name here, and I just love how this almost looks like cartoonish, like not my usual cartoonish, but like kind of more stylized, if that makes sense, by having like the and then you can even go and add like the shadows if you want to, but there's just something about sketching with the pen where the nib actually can flex a little bit. That's a lot of fun. And like I said, they're inexpensive. So if you're looking for a wealth of colors for not too expensive, give these puppies a try, and they might be the thing that gets you into brush lettering. I found these at Target, BT Dubs, for about $12. So Amazon, Target, whatever the case may be. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you next time.